6 p.m. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Kanuz Ashraf. First, the headlines. Prime Minister says Pakistan nation is united against terrorism and has played vital role in bringing peace to the country and the region. Shahid Khaqan Abbasi will undertake a day-long visit to Kabul tomorrow on the invitation of Afghan President Ashraf Ghani. Pakistan and Russia have agreed to enhance cooperation in military training and conduct of a wider range joint military exercises. Kashmir Solidarity Day will be observed tomorrow to condemn ongoing state terrorism and violence in Indian-occupied Kashmir. Russia has urged the United States to immediately halt all military activities on the Korean Peninsula. In the Commonwealth Games in Australia, weightlifter Talha Talib won the first bronze medal for Pakistan in 62-kilogram category today. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Shahid Khaqan Abbasi says Pakistan nation is united and committed against terrorism and extremism and has played its part in bringing peace to the country and the region. Addressing the concluding session of the three-day International Counter-Terrorism Forum in Islamabad today, he urged the international community to play its role in addressing the causes leading to extremism and terrorism. The Prime Minister said, "We have fought a world war against terrorism and now it is for the world to do more." He said he is happy and proud to note that Pakistan has made success in an area where the rest of the world failed. The Prime Minister said no country in the world has committed over 200,000 troops to eradicate the threat and has conducted numerous civil and military operations across the country to wipe out all sanctuaries of terrorists. The Prime Minister dismissed the narrative that Pakistan did not support peace in Afghanistan and said no other country is more interested in peace in Afghanistan than Pakistan. He also urged the world to take note of the indigenous freedom movement in occupied Kashmir and said the issue could only be resolved through implementation of the UN Security Council resolutions. He mentioned the state brutality and gross human rights violations by the Indian occupation forces that do not differentiate between women, children, elderly, and the youth. He pointed to the recent 17 deaths of youth in cold blood and said such acts breed extremism and terrorism. Addressing the forum, Foreign Minister Khwaja Mohammad Asif said, "Our success against the menace of terrorism is helping us realize the vision of a democratic Pakistan." He said the whole nation stands united in the fight against terrorism. The minister said, "Terrorists are trying to undermine our sovereignty and no country can ignore attacks on its territorial integrity." In his speech, Interior Minister Ehsan Iqbal said terrorism is a global challenge and collaboration is the way forward to defeat this menace. He said that terrorism cannot be defeated by blame games and without diffusing the conflicts. He stressed the need for a systematic approach to permanently address the issue. Prime Minister Shahid Khaqan Abbasi will undertake a day-long visit to Kabul tomorrow. He will hold in-depth consultations with Afghan President Ashraf Ghani and Chief Executive Dr. Abdullah on economic, security and counter-terrorism cooperation. The visit, on the invitation of Afghan President Mohammad Ashraf Ghani, will also allow the leaders to take up matters of mutual interest, strengthening of bilateral ties, return of Afghan refugees, combating drug production, besides holding talks on Afghan peace process and regional political and security situation. The Foreign Office in a statement said Prime Minister's visit is aimed at strengthening the positive momentum in bilateral relations and help augment joint endeavors in the pursuit of durable peace, stability, and economic prosperity in the two countries and the region. Radio Pakistan will broadcast press conference of Prime Minister Shahid Khaqan Abbasi in its national hookup soon after the news bulletin. Pakistan and Russia have agreed to enhance cooperation in training of armed forces personnel and in conduct a wider range of joint military exercises. The agreement was reached during a meeting between Defense Minister Khurram Dastagir Khan and his Russian counterpart General Sergei Shoigu in Moscow today. The minister decided to enhance the level of delegations to discuss Pak-Russia defense matters comprehensively and regularly. Pakistan has urged the human rights champions to act immediately to stop the Indian reign of terror in occupied Kashmir. At his weekly news briefing in Islamabad today, Foreign Office spokesperson Dr. Muhammad Faisal said that Kashmiri people also expect the international community to fulfill its obligations for the resolution of lingering Kashmir dispute. The spokesperson said that Pakistan has strongly reacted to the recent Indian brutalities in occupied Valley, which claimed the lives of 20 Kashmiri youth and injured 300 others. He said that over 40 people also lost their vision in the valley due to the use of pellet guns by the occupying forces. He said Pakistan has expressed full solidarity with the Kashmiri people, and it will continue to extend its moral, political, and diplomatic support to their just cause for the right to self-determination. This is Radio Pakistan. Kashmir Solidarity Day will be observed tomorrow to condemn ongoing state terrorism and violence in Indian-occupied Kashmir. A resolution to this effect was adopted in an emergency meeting of the Federal Cabinet held in Islamabad on Monday last, with Prime Minister Shahid Khaqan Abbasi in the chair. Rallies, functions, and walks would be held in different parts of the country, as well as by Pakistanis and Kashmiris living around the globe, to expose Indian atrocities and highlight the need for peaceful resolution of long-standing dispute. Radio Pakistan's correspondent says the government has decided to initiate a number of measures to apprise the international community about grave human rights violations by Indian occupation forces. Special envoys would be sent to selected world capitals to highlight Indian atrocities in the occupied Kashmir. In occupied Kashmir, huge protests were held in Srinagar, Bandipora, Kupwara, and other parts of the territory today to condemn the killing of 19 youth by the Indian troops. The students of Central University of Kashmir, Kashmir University, and different colleges held protests in many parts of the territory and raised pro-freedom and anti-India slogans. The agitating students offered funeral prayers in absentia for the martyred youth. They carried banners reading slogans like "Stop Genocide," "Free Kashmir," and "Stop Killings in Kashmir." Russia has urged the United States to immediately halt all military activity on the Korean peninsula. Russian Foreign Ministry said in Moscow today that such war games did not help reduce tensions on the Korean peninsula. The United States and South Korea this month resumed joint military drills. In the Gaza Strip, a Palestinian was killed in an Israeli airstrike near the security fence along the border. Meanwhile, another Palestinian woman in the mass protest along the border died of his wounds today. In the Commonwealth Games in Australia, weightlifter Talha Talib won the first bronze medal for Pakistan in 62-kilogram category today. Earlier today, Pakistani squash players and boxers won their opening matches as well. Boxer Gulzeb won his first fight in the 69-kilogram boxing competition. An Indian court has sentenced Bollywood superstar Salman Khan to 5 years in jail for poaching rare antelope back in 1998. The court in Jodhpur also fined him $154 for the crime. He has since been taken to jail. Khan killed the two black bugs protected species in the western state of Rajasthan while shooting a film. And finally, the weather report. Mainly dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while hot in central and southern parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, light rain thunderstorm is expected at a few places in Rawalpindi, Gujranwala, Zob, Kohar divisions, Upper Fata, and Kashmir. To end the news, some of the headlines once again. Prime Minister says Pakistani nation is united against terrorism and has played vital role in bringing peace to the country and the region. Shahid Khaqan Abbasi will undertake a day-long visit to Kabul tomorrow on the invitation of Afghan President Ashraf Ghani. Pakistan and Russia have agreed to enhance cooperation in military training and conduct of a wider range joint military exercises. Kashmir Solidarity Day will be observed tomorrow to condemn ongoing state terrorism and violence in Indian-occupied Kashmir. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com Radio Pakistan News Official.